Sorry about that, y'all. A little bit of a late start, but we're at it today. We're back at it. Let me turn on my camera, turn on the ring light. I just unfocused the absolute crap out of my camera. Yeah. There we go. There it goes. All right. And face cam. Oh, it worked first try. What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach. This is Added on Entertainment, depending if you come from YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, or whatever. Yeah, so we are working on the game we've been working on for the past a little bit now, which is the point and click RPG set in a 90s computer. First off, before we get into it, I'm going to quickly try to fix my scene here, or at least my Godot, because I don't know why the theme has just kind of crapped itself. And I like the theme I set up. I spent a lot of time downloading a file and then moving 3 windows around to make it look different, and it kind of just stopped working. I miss it, so I'm gonna set that up. I'm not showing you all what I'm doing because my file system is going to be shown. I'm not trying to do that again. Okay, where would it be? It would be under downloads. There we go. And there it is. Okay, maybe I'm just blind too. You never know. Might just be blind. I can't tell the difference here. All right. So, going back to our dev scene and a quick recap of what we did last week. I hope you all had a great weekend, by the way. We worked on the point and click system, a very, very, very broken camera zoom in and out system, but decent camera all around, honestly. I like how this turned out. I can't remember what game this reminds me of, but I'm liking this. You can also right click on different objects because we worked on the object colliders and junk like that. It's all went pretty well. Let's check out the last git commit too, see what I said. Oh yeah, I redid the organization on the files so we can see it better. Oh, look at that. The game kind of broke for a second. There we go. That's cool. All right, but no, that was pretty good. And all we're doing right now is completing more items on our sprint, because technically these tasks are probably going to bleed into the sprint because it starts on, looks like Tuesday. If I'm not incorrect, don't look at that. Yeah, we'll be running that. And yeah, so let's work on what we have today, which is the inventory component. So today we're going to be creating a general inventory component to be attached to the player, add dictionaries for each item type that can be stored. This will be the same as the tabs in the inventory UI, which we're gonna have to design today. Add logic for picking up items, ensuring that they are sorted properly. Add inventory limit based on the amount of entries in dictionary, not the amount of items in total. That's gonna be the fun one to do. And add stack limit for items if necessary. So that's a little bit of an extra thing. So that's not in its entirety what we have to do. So let's just create this right here and just get all these bad boys right here. So the logic for picking up items, that needs to be done. That will require us to do something inside of the item menu, the little pop-up that we've created, and inventory limit. So let's set that up. So the first things first, let's go over to our player here and add a new, just straight up node. We don't need a node 3D for this because we don't want any transform data on it. And this will be called inventory component. We'll save this as a branch scene if necessary, but for now, all I want to do is attach a script to it. Make sure that it is saved in our script folder where it needs to be. I have no idea where this needs to be, but I want to keep this generalized naming convention right there. So we're going to do that. Oh yeah, and of course, there we go. That's really nice. Well, inventory, there we go. Inventory component, making sure it's in the scripts folder. We'll sort that out later. Perfect. Let's get our timer going. There we go. Get the Pomodoro working for us. And let's create a class name inventory component so we can know how to make one. And now we'll just attach that to the player. So that's the general component complete. Next is to add dictionaries for each item type, and based on what I showed up here in the items and inventory, the only item types we have are gear, so I'm assuming this will be like armor and weapons. I don't know if we'll put that in like a we'll separate that into like different tabs maybe. I don't know what I want to do for this. What did I set up on the item types? That's actually probably the most important part here. I have weapons, armors, quests, and potions. Okay, that's what we'll do. So we'll have one, let's see. Let's get an export. Can I get like an export read only? No, export range though. I didn't know I could do that. That's cool. Okay, so we want an add exports var armor inventory. Let's type dictionary. We want another add export var weapon inventory dictionary. We want another for potion inventory, and that's another dictionary. And want an export var quest inventory. It's a dictionary. And for this one, this will be quest items. No limits needed. Under the armor inventory, we'll say we get a export var armor inventory limit be a int, and we'll set that equal to maybe like 10 as our default. And we'll get another one right below it. We'll have another export var weapon inventory limit int is equal to 10. And finally, export there, potion, inventory, limit, and that will be another int. Let's set that equal to 20 just for potions. And that's all pretty straightforward. We got our dictionaries. We don't even look for the quest items. Yep. Let's see. Add logic for picking up items. Ensure that they are sorted properly. So this is the next one. And what we have to do as well is check to see if the inventory that we're going to be picking up is full. So let's create a square func is full, and it takes a item type as a string and it's going to turn a bool. And we need to do is we need to create a match statement based on the item type, and each of these will be equivalent to that. Hey Eva, what's good? I'm doing well today. How about you? Welcome back. How's your weekend? Let's get a weapon. So first type, pass. Actually, we can do this. If type is weapon. If type weapon, and we're gonna say if weapon inventory dot, or can I just do if len of weapon inventory is less than weapon inventory limit, then return false. False, return true. And I want, thanks. Let's see what I want to do on top of that. And we just have to repeat the same thing for each case. So we got weapon, we have armor. I'm just gonna copy this because it's pretty much the same every single time. There we go. And instead of weapon inventory, it's armor. And there we go. And one more, which is, oh yeah, I forgot. You have to do like this. And just tab all this in. Place these with potion instead of a weapon. Cool. Oh, and this is tabbed in too deep. So you got quest. We don't need to consider that. Let's check out the match statement. I forgot what the last one's supposed to be called. It might be like default. Let's get that open on a new private window here so we can get that going. Yeah, I checked your work on the last stream. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I really liked, I forgot which one you made specifically. I thought it was really cool. Let me peek at it real quick. Oh, it's already 12:30, that's crazy. Yeah, I really like the Momo logo you did for hand SCP. I think that was really cool. And your pizza modes were pretty great too. It's really good work. Let's see. Get the match statement. Okay. We have the enumerators, which is fine. No, match, here we go. The default case is just an underscore. Okay. Print item type not recognized. There we go. And then we want to return false. There we go. All right, so that does it for that, and we should be able to just check. Called by item when interacted with. Updates. Option for pickup to show if it is. Player. If item can't be picked up. Should use signal plus to tell menu to update. Let's try that out. Right now, I'm actually pretty good on like the channel logos and stuff like that. We actually have someone in the server named Alberta who actually did a lot of what you see on the channel right now, like the I think the Twitch banner. If I should have updated it by now. Hopefully I did. And like the logo. But thanks for the offer. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the interactable context menu here. And on that item list area, let's just add the option for a pickup. Pickup item. And I guess that's either be disabled or enabled, which is cool. What you want to do. And I'm going to just say that's what this is. Don't set anything. Make sure resources have been imported. Okay, so my theme is just actually straight up broken. Okay, so I think what I need to do is whenever the player interacts with the item, we just need to send a signal that can I just get the item by its text? I don't want to get it by I don't want to get it by yeah, because I will forget that. Unless I just have like a default setup of what items are, and then I could just grab like that. Or I could just have multiple options here. We're gonna try this out. Can you make some animated emails for your channel? Yeah, I mean, if you want to make some examples, we can take a look at them. I'm not really in the market to buy anything. If you made me something, I would like to like actually properly commission you. But yeah, if you make emotes and like if you just like want straight up make the emails and you do make them, yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, right now I just can't commission anything, if that's what you're asking. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that we have multiple different context menus that can pop up. So we have an interactable context menu, which I've created here, and then maybe instead of this, we'll have like different item lists. So maybe this will be like, pickup option list. And then we'll just like pop those in and out rather than making multiple the same context menus. So what we want to do is, let's see, we don't need this tooltip anymore. I don't want this open. And I don't need the nav cursor either. Keep the player open. Sandbox needs to be open. Main actually doesn't need to be open. Item object. So what it does is what's this item resource? We don't need that right now. Point and click camera, don't need that. Point and click controller, don't need that. Oh, we actually kind of didn't need that. Interactable menu, we're gonna need that in a second. Inventory component, we're gonna need that in a second. Yeah, you know, I'll send you over some stuff based on like what I've used in the past. and we can like talk about it. Yeah, but I'll send you some art I made in the past after stream, or after I finish the stream here. Yeah, any emails, that's exciting. Thanks. Let's see. The next thing to do, I just completely lost my train of thought. All right, I need to close this junk right here, and yeah, I'm gonna fix that later. That's why I wrote it as a hack. I just need to see how this is communicating. So I'm assuming the item object, signal bus manager, and then object interact something. Okay, that's what it is. So that is doing that, and whenever that happens, that talks to the, I'm assuming whatever script I put on the player, which gets connected in the start function, which is called by onObject interact. Okay, cool. Now what to do is when that is called, a couple things. So the interact menu visible needs to be true, change menu title, that's working. On top of that, we also need to tell it what specifically we need to have. So this is the pickup option list, and we'll say like, this would be option for different interactions, blah blah blah. You can add export var pickup list. Let's type in item list. We don't want it to be an extra, we need to be an on ready. There, and that's equal to this guy right here. Awesome. And we'll just set it to be like that. And let's just say the pickup item only has the option for, I guess, picking it up. So on this one specifically, let's just delete this. There we go. And this is technically option 0. So then what we want to do is we want to because this is all existing on the player. So I think what I want, the way I want this to work is for the point and click controller, whenever we interact with an object, right now this is kind of a hack, so let's see, need this only works if all items are, or all interactables are pickups. We need to change to check type in the future. There. Okay, so the interact menu checks what it is. Takes out your name, and then what we want to do is run the. Need to reference to the inventory component on the player too, which is here. Already. Bar inventory. Let's type inventory component. To you. There we go. And we're going to say. Can put that down here because that makes more sense for this comment. Now what we need to do is we want to say inventory dot check check that is full, and we'll type in item type string. So we get crap. Oh wait, hold on. This is me. This makes this a lot easier to do actually. So we just have to say this one right here actually, which yeah, that makes that super easy. We can get rid of this hack. So if it is a type of an item object, then we're going to say inventory dot is full, and let's put in body dot item, what do I call it? Body dot item data dot item type. Okay. That should be it. Body's not declared in the current. Oh, I called it object. Oops. There we go. And we're gonna say if it is that, and we're gonna say is full is equal to false. So what I want to do, and this is a really dumb way of doing this, we want to say on the interactive thing, and let's get another var here, var act. Let's get a already var active list. And this is another type item list, and this will allow us to just know what actually is active when we do like a check to see to update this option. I'm gonna just say it's equal to pickup item list. Hack. Move the assignment. As the other lists are implemented. Cool. Then what we want to do is whenever we go here on the inventory or on the point and click controller, I'm moving away from modularity at this point. Like I'll make a note of that too, actually. Let's make a note of that. And so if the inventory is full object data, then what we want to do is my brain is frying here. Okay, so basically what's happening is the player interacts with an item object. That signal gets sent out to the signal bus, which the player is connected to, which is from here. So we're saying, all right, cool, something's just interacted with me. We're gonna change the menu title to whatever we just interacted with. If the instance of whatever we just interacted with is an item object, then we're gonna check to see if the inventory is full with said item object. And if it is, then what we're gonna do is talk to our interact menu, which I don't know if okay, I did make a reference to it. So we're gonna say interact menu dot active list is equal to let's go to this one here actually. I'll change active list. It takes a string. Let's see, it takes a list name, it's a string as an argument, returns void, take the match name, list name, cool. And for now what we want to do is we want to say active if the list name is pickups. Then we're going to say active list is equal to pickup list. There we go. Okay, so that's a lot better. And for the default case, we're gonna say print list name isn't valid / doesn't exist. And we'll make that a print debug so we know where it's coming from. That's super important. And at least with this, actually, we can remove this hack. And we don't need to make this a non-ready, which is nice. And now what we can do is on the point controller, we'll say active list is equal to pickups. Sweet. Oh, that's set active list. So change to set. From the click controller, we'll say set active list is the pickups. And then what we'll do is we'll say interact menu dot active list dot I want to be able to access the options, so I want to say dot items maybe. Dot disable. Set item disabled. And what have I done here? Let's go through the interact list here. Open up our documentation, see what I did here. Set icon, clear icon, deselect all, deselect. Set item custom background color. Oh, that's cool. Item select item. Is item select? Set item selectable. No, I don't want that. Maybe I do want that. Could I just... Is set item disabled like an option? Allows selection. Okay, maybe we won't do that. Set item selectable, and it should just be 0 and whatever that is. Okay, let's try that out. Wait, so like, maybe I do want to do. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, and we want to take a 0, and we want to say the inverse of is full. So if it is full true, then there we go. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work, so let's try this out. And by default, let's just say our inventory, well, let's just see if it works by default, where it's like, hey, we have these objects, we can get a hard crash here. Nope, cool. Nice. Now let's say this. Oh, what happens if we set it to that so we don't have to change the camera still feels weird to me. Okay, so I can't. Okay, there's the disabled thing. But this one should be interesting. Oh wait, no, that's right. Because the disabled color, I'm assuming, is just that that right there. Like if I go here and I say, hey, this is disabled. Oh, so disabled is that kind of gray color. Selectable. Huh. Okay, I don't know what that is then. Can I mess with the text then? Do something on that. It's constant. Font style? No. So if I set like font color to be like this green, this super bright green, all right? Just so we can see it. I'm gonna go over here. What does it look like disabled? Super dark. All right, cool. So we want, if it is disabled, and I'm assuming this just means we just straight up can't do anything with it, it'll be fine. So let's try that out. There's some stuff I need to work on the camera. So if it's, right now it's enabled. Okay, so that's that. I go here. Now it's disabled. Okay. Did I do something wrong maybe in the inventory here? If the length of the weapon inventory, okay, is full, that's what we need to do. If the length of the weapon inventory is less than our limit, it is not full. Meaning like this has less than this, it is not full. If it is equal to or greater than that, then it is full, so returns true. Okay, so instead of doing this, let's just print out. Hopefully I can, yeah, okay, cool. Let's print this out, see what it does. This should return false. Yeah, okay, that's right. There you go, that's false. Item type not recognized. Interesting. Oh, it does that twice too. Oh, I'm doing that check a lot here. Okay, so interact menu set active list to be pickups. Print that. So, yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, set disabled false. Yeah, okay, no, that makes exact sense. So let's just say I set this to 0 for the armor limit, right? And we go over to here. Wait, I set that for armor, the one thing I haven't actually messed around with in the game. I'll set that to 0 here. And we'll do that, and we'll do this. There you go, but I can pick up potions. Perfect. All right, so that does work. Let's see. I did this in the wrong order. Let's now just quickly back this up because that was a lot. Inventory component. And a lot. Oh wow, perfect timing. And another inventory component. Or work in progress inventory components, what I should call. When the player interacts with a pickup, the option to pick up will be disabled based on whether the player has room in their inventory or not. This is all handled on interact. Okay, that's our 5-minute timer, which means it is time for our base break. Back to the project. I'll do some commenting real quick though before we get into that. So to make sure we got everything correct. Has interacted with a item object. We don't need this anymore. Okay, and let's go over here to our signal bus. Let's go over to our item object, make sure that's fine. We didn't do anything, we didn't do any changes here. This is good. Actually, signal bus UI, which we've done. Cool, all this makes sense. And there's one thing that did get kind of, oh yeah, quest items. But we just need another case for that actually, real quick. Quests. And quest just always returns false. Because There's just no limit for it. And let's quickly test that bad boy out. And we'll go character. And it should just give us, yeah, cool. Right on. All right, that's all good there. Going to switch it over to our face cam. Pause the lo-fi for a bit. Where if I can find the tab, there it is. Give me the full muted. There we go. Actually, that's so much easier to do. Like right there. There we go. So I've been learning a couple bass lines since the last time we streamed here. Got an Adventure Time bass line. If you're an Adventure Time fan, even if you're not, Everything Stays is a fantastic song. Most songs in Adventure Time are actually really good. It's like one of the main reasons. I mean, Rebecca Sugar was the composer, so tracks. However you feel better, she write some bangers. We, of course, everyone who grew up in I guess, what's Adventure Time, late 2000s, early 2010s, y'all know bass. Oh. I forgot the rest of it. Oh, there it is. Love that song. And then I was also working on that one song, Colors by... Hold up, I forgot the name. Chinader, I feel like I'm saying that wrong, and Mavi, at least the part with Mavi in there, with the rap version. Yeah, but just a chill time. I'm trying to let lo-fi a little bit. The just deafening silence of me just playing this. Not trying to have that. Yep. I love bass so much. Yes, yes, we are playing. I feel like I'm forgetting a note there. Oh, I'm probably forgetting that. Oh wait, no, it's... That's why. Oh. God, I love Adventure Time. Which I'm pretty sure is the reason for the majority of like how I talked in middle school and actually a lot of today. I don't know. Never really grow up. That's kind of fun sometimes. Oop. There we go. Alright, base break done. Let's go back to our dev time. So, there we go. Here's the next thing we have to do. Let's just do standing disks into. Add logic for picking up items to ensure that they're properly sorted. So this is gonna be the fun one. If the player does select an object, thank you. Yeah, I was learning that yesterday. Go ahead and take your drumstick back, by the way. Sorry, Delta. I was learning that yesterday. Kind of like a break, a little like break session. I was with my brother. That's not that. There we go. Back to the work chunk.
I can't scoop that.
Alright, so what we need to do is just make sure that the player can actually select the stuff, and that's gonna be pretty straightforward. We're gonna say if a pickup option list is that, and item clicked, or item selected, what's that?
Oh, there.
Triggered when there's the item mouse button. Item activated. Double click and pressing enter. When a specific item has been selected, allow reselect must be enabled to reselect the item. Empty click. Okay, let's try this. Pickup option, list item selection. Sure. Alright. I'm gonna say if index is equal to 0. And active list dot item is item disabled 0, and that's false. Then what we want to do is to do send like a signal to inventory and to add object, and I guess to send signal to item object to delete. So, okay, let's do that. So the first thing is just sending a signal to the inventory to add the object. And what will that be? Should I signal directly to the... Should I signal directly to the player, or should I signal to the signal bus and just kind of run it through there? I'm thinking that because I don't want to like go through the like double parent nonsense I'm gonna have to do when I do all this. So what we're gonna do is we are going to we're gonna go to our signal bus here, create a signal, add to inventory. It takes it's like items of type item data. Let's try that. And then what we can do is create a func init add to inventory. Okay. Item data. Try to load board. And add to inventory dot init item. Cool. All right. Where's this error coming from? Because I didn't add the pass afterwards to make sure this actually works. Right. All right. So send a signal to item. What we want to do is we want to say signal bus dot. Nah, what would I call it? Item object 1 2. Signal bus manager is what it is. Manager dot add to emit add to inventory. And that will be dude. Okay. Okay. I see. I don't know exactly if I want to do this, but let's just create a var called current pickup. It's a type item object. And then what we'll do is we'll say current pickup dot item data, and then we'll just say current pickup dot queue free. Okay, sweet. So now what we have to do is we just have to make sure that whenever we interact with something, the that this all happens where we can say current, say interact menu, that's, oh, also gotta double check, did I start my timer? I did. Interact menu dot current pickup is equal to objects. There we go. Okay, so this sets it up, so let's see. Gives the interact menu reference to the item object used for deletion on successful pickup. There we go. Okay, now we'll go over here to our pickup object right here. Cool. So what that'll do is talk to the inventory component, and the inventory component just needs to be aware of this. Unless I make something else that picks up other items, but again, we are talking about stuff that doesn't exist yet. And what I'm gonna do here is go down, create a func, ready, and just say go here, pick up, let's see, create a func. Oh, it's 1 to 9, I gotta take on the dog. Pick up item, and it's gonna take an item object, or it's gonna take an item object, or item data actually, as its argument, just like so. And pass, so we don't get the errors anymore. And we're gonna say, we need to, so what we need to do is we want to say signal bus manager dot add to inventory dot connect to pickup item. There we go. And now what we want to do.
Oh, I almost did it with you. I almost did it with you.
Oh, nice. That was cool. Pick up item. Then what we want to do is we want to. Do I want to pass a type in there too? Yeah, let's pass a type in there so we don't have to just. Actually, match. Type is pretty straightforward, and let's do that. And basically, all we're doing is just taking all of this bad boy here, putting it here. Instead of all of the returns, what we want to do is just do that and Control C that, and Alt select this junk, and you, and you, and do that so we don't get any more errors. Then what we have to do is on the weapon, we have to just check to see if item that it can stack is equal to true. Then what we want to check is if weapon inventory dot has and takes a key, which is item dot item name. Then what we want to do is we want to say weapon inventory, and then we want to take the item dot item name, and then we want to plus equal 1 to that. And this is kind of another hack because need to add capability for bundles of items. So like if you pick up like 3 potions, stack that right here. To do, add functionality for items that drop in more than 1 piece. Cool. So if the weapon has an inventory, or the weapon inventory has something that can stack, like for some reason you have multiple of a, like you need arrows or something like that. I don't know if that's something we do want to include. We just have that right here. Else, what we want to do. Oh yeah, and this is the kind of fun bit where if the player picks up multiple of the same item, we need a way to, well, yeah, I remember this. If the player, I think I actually wrote this down in one of my notes. If the player has, if necessary, implement a naming convention will be needed for multiple entries of the same item. So like, yeah, let's say the player gets multiple like bows of whatever in the game. We need to have some way to just like append something to their name. And then we just parse that out at the very end. So if I pick up 2 of the same swords, what's their naming convention going to be? That's something we actually have to figure out now. So yeah, this is actually so much easier when you have like slots and you don't have to worry about this. What I'm thinking about doing is, well, right now each like weapon in like armor thing we have right here is all this right here. So if we just like append like a, let's see, if we append a like a what's it called, a like an underscore and a number to the end of that, and we just increment that number every single time, that could work. But alternatively, what we could do, because like I'm also thinking like if you have enchantments, like, because what I could do is I could just have the weapon stack, and it'd be like if this is like a different kind of weapon, like has this enchantment, you can stack it over here, but or like it show up differently on the list. Let me check the let me actually check the GD script type references here, because you know what, maybe we can do something different. Got a dictionary of arrays. I'm wondering if there's something like... Okay, you know what? Let's not overcomplicate this. Just figure out like a solution that works now, and if it becomes messy later on, we'll fix it. But what does the inventory component need to do? It just needs to just like know if something's different. Yeah, so it's just like you can't have a dictionary with multiple values in it because then it kind of screws it up. But something I'm thinking I could potentially do is what if we have like a dictionary that's like we have an entry for this weapon, but then like we have an array of like what it actually is, and then like if we look at that in UI, you can like just see like a collection of like what that thing is. So instead, this was if the weapon can stack. That's what. Or let's see. This is for stacking. So if we do have a weapon that can stack, then do that. If it doesn't, weapon inventory dot add, or we can just say item dot item name, or actually not even item name. We don't want that. Wait, no. Yeah, we want item name. That's what we want. Bleh. Maybe, again, maybe not. What if we just want the item itself? If weapon inventory has an item, then item plus equals 1. But if it doesn't, it just takes the item and it just equals 1. Cool. So that's for stacking. If the weapon itself can't stack, then we want to say if weapon inventory dot has item, then what we want to do is we want to say weapon inventory item dot append item. So this is interesting. Else, actually no, I don't think we want to do that. We just want to say if the doesn't have that, then just take the weapon inventory. Oh wait, no. If it does have the item, do that. Else, weapon inventory item. Oh yeah, you know what? It's interesting about this too. If we don't do it by item name, and we just do it by like the item object itself, that means like if we have something where like an item is enchanted, it screws it up completely, which is great. Because we're just gonna keep running with this, and when it becomes a problem, it becomes a problem. So the weapon inventory, you have an item, then do that. Is equal to, all right, item. There we go. I'm hoping this works. Say hack. This may not work if items have like different variants. Like what I could do is I could just say like, hey, here's a baseline of an item, then I will randomize rarity like later on, but that's just something to make note of. I don't know. There's like hack to do. Fix me. Okay, whatever. So that's for weapons. Let's do the same thing for armor. Well, I don't think armor's not gonna have any stacking. I only did this for weapons just in case like we had like a throwing knife or something like that. That gives us the ability to do that. This might not even be necessary if weapons don't stack later on. So we're gonna say this right here, and we'll just make a note of that too. Oh, yeah, whatever, let's just keep that there. And we do that under here for armor, not weapon inventory, but armor inventory. There we go. And same thing for you. Like that. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Cool. And we're gonna do the same thing for here, where it's like if armor inventory, that, awesome. Potions, you do take the stack thing. There we go. I'm gonna take potion inventory. Yeah. Potion inventory, that's how it's item. And this one, and oh. There we go, and the last one is that. And last couple ones would be this. If there's like different potions right here, so. So this may not be necessary. Keep that. And finally for the quest item, pretty straightforward. All it is just saying, hey, you have this item, just add it to whatever dictionary we have. And quest items actually shouldn't be stackable. Yeah, I don't know about it. I don't think, well, I mean, we can just add it if it is, but just for now, I'm like 90% sure I won't make them stackable. You'll just straight up add it, so. We'll just say, if you have this, let's see, we can say quest item, quest inventory, yeah, I guess we can just say like quest inventory, item, one. Quest items will usually always be unique. So you should only need one. There we go. And for the pass, that's just say like print debug. Item type not recognized for pickup. Cool. So that was a big thing. Pickup item is now connected to the signal bus. Whenever we click that in our interactable thing here, this should do it, should add it to the inventory, which we should be able to see from the player. Gonna do a quick backup because that was a lot. Backup for inventory testing. Testing out pickup logic. There we go. Cool. All right. This hopefully will work now. So if we go over to our inventory component, our weapon limit and potion limit is that. Let's set potion limit. We'll keep it at that for 20, and we'll just see like if the stacking logic works. So we move around. Got our guys floating her up here. Right click on this guy, pick up the item. He picked up the super sword. Let's check our inventory, see if that even updated properly here. Player, inventory component, dictionary, weapon inventory, object encoded array size 1. Oh shoot. Whoa, okay. Interesting. I can't see what it is. I'm going to assume it works. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, okay, cool. It did work. It just was being super weird. So I can go here, I can say like, hey, I want to click on the array, please. And I know what it is. And I feel like if it is this, hopefully it doesn't just decide to break. And overwrite the other area. So let's go back to our inventory component here. I need to make it so the game's always on top. That's something I forgot to do. Let's go over to the next part right here, which is our potion setup. I can't pick up the potion. Why not? Okay, so that always is selected now. Oh. Is it like... Okay. Oh, no, just showing us the scroll bar is cool. Selected on, disabled. Huh. Okay. Not sure why that stays selected, but we're getting somewhere. So if that's fine, that's fine. We get our to-do done there. Then I think all we have to just say is, unless the pickup controller does anything specific with closing it, it should just be whenever we click anywhere. Invisible is a good false. Cool. Yep. And we'll just say on our interactable thing right here. Plus, there we go. Okay, let's go back to testing this a little bit more, seeing where we're at. So pick the item, sweet, go here. Pick up the item, stay selected, which is still the problem. Okay. Allow reselect must be enabled to reselect item. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Okay. Okay, let's try that out now. Okay, some weirdness. Okay, so getting kind of somewhere. Let's check out our player just to see where we're at with that. Inventory component. We have a dictionary. That cool. Potion inventory. Nice. That worked. Weapon inventory. Nice. Armor inventory doesn't exist. Cool. We got our potions though, which is good. The next thing to do is just change this right here to just like a second single multi assist here. Or what do we have here? That allows this to happen. Single select only allows selecting a single item. Okay, so we don't want that. What we do want to do is, I guess, unselect or deselect it after it's been selected. I don't know how to do that. We got a lot of reselect on, which is good. Auto height, which is cool. Columns, not columns, no. Maybe after I do that, because this is the interactive menu, what we have to do is, let's see, maybe there's something inside the documentation that helps us out with that. Select mode. The last thing, okay, no, we don't want that. That's not what we want to change. What we do want to change is, I was just gonna say is selected. We don't want that. We want to set selected, or what's clear. Removes all item for list. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Ensures that the item associated with the specified index is not selected. And then we want deselect all, which I think is what we want afterwards. Or what would it be? Active list that deselects all. There we go. That should hopefully fix that. So we go over here, check out our guy here, pick up item, sweet. Go over here to our potion, pick up item, rad. Go here, pick up potion restoration, cool, and pick up dungeon key. Awesome. All right, so that fixes that. make sure that the pickup item option returns to its original state. Sweet. And then now let's also test out, oh yeah, let's see if I made that right. Add logic for picking up items to ensure they're sorted properly. We're almost done there. The last thing we have to do is just make sure that on instances where, well, there's a couple more like cases we have to test. One is just, where is it here? One is if there's multiple items. So this should be our sword. No, it's the heal potion. This is our sword. Duplicate you, duplicate you, put you over here and duplicate you. So what should happen is we should get an array with multiple of these objects. So we got the super sword, got this super sword, we got this super sword, and we got this super sword, which is cool. And then if we go to our inventory component again, we should get one dictionary with an array of 4. Okay, cool. That's good. Oh, wow. Perfect timing again. And it's all the same object ID, which I was kind of worried about. The next thing to do, actually, to just make sure this does work, is on instances where we check if our inventory is full, which is here. What we need to do is we want to see if weapon inventory is that. So if the weapon inventory, if the length of the weapon inventory is less than that, and then also what we need to do is we need to go over every single piece in our inventory, and I'm gonna actually write it to do because I have to go take out my pup. To do, check for multiple instances of the same item. They're stored in arrays, so have to check if the item is stacked and then loop there. There you go. And I have to do the same thing for armor once that comes up. But yeah, let's back it up. Open progress inventory. Open progress pickup logic. Player can pick up items when they are sorted into the proper inventories. Need to add logic to check for items that don't stack, since those are stored in arrays. All right. Okay, y'all, I'll be right back. Gonna go walk my dog. Okay, I am back. Let us finish the last pieces of this inventory system. There's my dog. Sweet. So we are super close to finishing this bad boy up. So yeah. Let's see. The last thing we have to do is just adding in the logic for picking up items and ensuring they're sorted properly. And after that, it's the UI, which is a whole different beast. I might actually do that off stream. It's been a minute since I used Figma. Yeah, but the last thing we have to do is just checking to see how much of the inventory is currently occupied. So right now I have the size of the dictionary compared to the actual, like the quantity or whatever is currently inside the dictionary compared to how much can actually be held by the dictionary, which doesn't work for non-stockable items. So alternatively, what I'll have to do is, or at least for this, well, yeah, it's super weird to do this. Let's do like a check armor inventory and a check weapons inventory function. I think that's the best way to do it. Because then we can just run things. No, there's a tab in there causing this to expand. So we'll func check armor inventory, and then I don't know what it should return. Yes. And we'll have a func check weapon inventory. It's also return void pass. So what's this gonna have to do? It's gonna have to look at each thing inside the actual like weapon and armor inventory and just seeing like what has stacked and what hasn't stacked. So I think for picking up items, the armor inventory, it just straight up checks to see if it has it. So that's fine. There's no need to like check if it's going to stack for that. So we're gonna say for I in I guess armor inventory dot dot keys. Or if I do for I in armor inventory, can I just straight up do that? I guess I'll have to check that out later. So we'll do the same thing for the weapon actually, because we don't have armor in the game yet. I'm wondering if this is going to print the keys or it's going to print the values, or it's going to print the key value pairs. So what we're going to do is on weapon, after all this nonsense happens, we're going to check weapon inventory afterwards. Cool. And we're just going to quickly go through all of this. Right click, pick up, gives us resource 9. Yeah, because it does gives us the key. That's great. Alright. So for I in weapon inventory, if I can also do can I typecast this? Right. You can. All right, we're learning new things today. If I dot can stack is equal to true, or if I can stack is equal to true, then this is really return. We need a var total. It's going to be an int instead of 0 by default, and this returns an int. And then what we want to do, so if I can stack is equal to true, then we just want to say total plus equals 1. And then we want to say else, so in fact that can't stack, what we want to do is for j in else we want to do total plus equals weapon inventory I, and then we want, I don't know if there's a dot size. You can use size for arrays, right? You can, can't you? Size. All right, cool. I'm trusting it. 12 plus equal size, and then we want to return total. There we go. And now what we can do is on the is full. This will work out right now. If check weapon inventory is less than that, awesome. And realistically, we just have to do the same thing for here, but instead of adding in that can't stack, what we want to do is can I do item dot duplicate? There we go. And it should just return the duplicate, not the actual resource, right? Duplicate resource. I'm trying a new resource. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that this won't duplicate in the file system, so it doesn't like screw up anything. So this is what it should be. And hopefully this will just give us various things. So it's actually, let's do this. Var new, let's see, item temp, or I guess var temp item, maybe? Let's go item, that duplicate. Or no, I can't do that because, yeah, okay, this is what we need to do. Okay, I'm overcomplicating things because I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't do that. Okay, we'll do the duplicate later just to figure out where that's going. So we need to have check inventory to see if the weapon is that. Cool. And same thing for the arm inventory. Honestly, I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just return int at the end. And we're gonna say armor inventory. Hack armor is never going to be stackable. So actually, wait, hold on. If I know that for a fact, then why am I doing all of this? Where instead of checking that, what I can do is I can just be like, hey, you just take whatever we have plus equal size. Then there we go. And in terms of weapons, we might just do the same thing. So I'm just gonna put the little hack there. Hack weapons may never be stackable. Oh, wait, hold on. This is a fix me. Remove the stack. Check if weapons are never stackable. That's gonna fix me. We need to make it so the dictionary stores a copy of the resource and not the actual one. And I think the easiest way to do that actually is I could just have it duplicate when the game starts. Could have the item object duplicate the resource spawn. So that's an option we have here. But now, if this does work, like let's say I pick up, well, how many swords are there in the game right now? This is a super sword, this is also super sword, this is super sword. Okay, so we have 4 super swords in the game. So let's say if I go over to the player and I set the inventory component for the weapons to be 3, this should gray out the selection for a sword. if I pick up more, then see, I can pick up that super sword, pick up this super sword, I can pick up this one, but I shouldn't be able to. Yes, dude. Got this dungeon item right here, and I can pick up this potion of restoration. I can pick up this other potion of restoration. Sick. Okay, so now the only thing to really do and to like actually genuinely fix this is checking the name of the item versus the actual item type. I was making that the reference because like if we pass in the item, we're like, all right, cool. The player has this sword or they have this item. Let me actually write that down. Where's the fix mirror at? That's fine. It's not here. It'd be here. Not the is full. What we want to do is should have the item. Maybe checked for stacking, and then just store a copy. I think that's actually the best way to do that, and as a way to just kind of get my brain started next time I do this, what we want to do is we set the name to the item data name, which is fine-ish. But what we really want to do is where we go to our point and click controller, and then all this junk happens when we actually interact with something, which is here. Instead of setting the title to the object name, which is actually exactly what I want to do. Well, alternatively, I could do is I could just be like that, and I could be like, okay, now in here, what I want you to do is I want you to set it to object dot item data dot item name, and that should fix that. Super sword, yep. Super sword and potion of restoration and potion. Yeah, okay, cool. That fixed that. Fixes the naming issue for menus. Let's see if that's actually in a to-do as well. Check for most of the same. Okay, did that. And do the same thing for check armor inventory. Sweet. Okay. This one's important too, so we'll do that for next time. We're actively fixing that. Okay, we did that. That's done. This one we can actually get rid of now. Oh wait, unless... No, we don't need that anymore, actually. Okay. And this one is if we eventually add the tooltip back in. But for now, I think we're good. And now the sorting works. So we can actually move this into complete, which is awesome. And we can add this stuff to the next sprint. All right, let's add this right here. Finished. Pickup system. Player can now pick up stackable and non-stackable items and have them sort properly. Correct feedback is given when the inventory is full. Ah, crap. There we go. Sweet. All right. It only took under 2 hours actually, but we've finished the first major part of the inventory component. And the next big part is just like drafting stuff, but not bad. Again, we're burning through this. And then once we actually add in the inventory, we can start working on some of the more major components of the game, like equipping stuff. Actually designing some classes for our game, an enemy, and eventually like the big first main major super awesome design challenge is the combat system. So when we like transition from, okay, here's a player walking around the scene, here's a combat event, boom, do a little wipe transition to the combat scene, figuring out what that's gonna look like. That's gonna be a huge chunk of the game. So we're getting close to there actually, and this is only taking a few days. So not bad, y'all. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's stream. Got a lot done, of course. A big special thank you to Eva for hopping in the chat. It's great to see you again. I'm looking forward to seeing what ideas you have for those emotes. And actually, let me make sure I don't forget to do that while I'm still here and talking to you on stream. Let me find some art I like. Okay, I have a bunch of random horrifying art I have made in the past. Let's see what we got. Nah, not that. That's pixel art. Okay, I'll find the art later. But yeah, nope, just a fun stream today. It was a good start to the week. Got a good chunk of things done. We're staying organized, which is rare. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow around the same time. Hopefully 11 a.m. PST if I can get my things together. Either way, that's going to do it. Hope you guys have a great one. See you tomorrow. Peace.